Thank you, Justin. And thank you, Devjani, for the summary of where the Indian IT industry is today, what our present challenges are, and where we are headed. NASSCOM is driving and enabling this change right from the front, and it is reassuring to have such a capable and energized team supporting us. Welcome all to the 11th edition of the annual GCC Conclave. My name is Puneet Sood, and I am the head of NatWest Group in India. I'm delighted to have been invited to be the chair of the GCC Council. I want to thank all the previous chairs and members, most recently VLK, the chair of the previous council, who very capably led this group. As we complete 10 years of this annual conclave, it would be appropriate to pause and ask, why do we have a separate GCC Council? As I see it, while we are a core part of the larger IT industry and are thriving on the bedrock of talent and capability in India, there are attributes which distinguish this segment of the industry, including a very strong link to the parent organizations, the need to address a broad area of domain and functional knowledge, a deep connect and understanding of the parent organization's businesses in multiple geographies, a need to develop multidimensional leadership, and so much more. So, the focus is on impact and value add rather than just pure revenue, margin, and growth. We have so much to be proud of. The GCCs have, over the last many years, evolved and matured and have delivered material business impact to their parent organizations. From playing the cost arbitrage game, we are now playing the capability and outcome game. From being order takers, we have now become product, platform, and domain owners. From being anchored deep within the organization, the GCC leaders are increasingly getting a seat and a voice at executive tables. And the result is for all of us to see, as captured in the Deloitte NASSCOM report, which was released just a few months ago. Some of the highlights from that report are 50% of the global GCCs are in India. The 2020 revenue of the GCC segment was about $34 billion, which is more than 1% of India's GDP. And about double that revenue is generated from the ancillary industries of the GCCs. More than 1.3 million people are directly employed by GCCs, which is, by the way, 25% of the employee size of India's IT industry. An additional 4 jobs are also created indirectly for every direct job. And so much more to show for what has been achieved. If we look at the last 18 months, we will realize that they have shone the spotlight on the GCCs as never before. Stories abound of solid operational resilience, agility, adaptability, all the while showing unheard of levels of employee support and empathy. The credibility of the GCCs is at an all-time high, and coincidentally, the need of the parent organizations for more talent, more capability, and more business impact has also never been higher. In a nutshell, the opportunity is ours to lose. Therefore, this 11th edition of the GCC Conclave, with its timely and forward-looking themes, is more important than ever before. We have much to learn from each other, from the broader IT industry, and from global business leaders and practitioners. As you look at the agenda, you will see 4 themes around which this conclave has been designed. Number 1, rethinking our partnerships. We cannot, and honestly should not even try, to do everything on our own. How we use partners more efficiently, how we leverage the startup ecosystem, and how we stitch together a capability supply chain will decide who does better. Number two, leverage networks. It's no longer about who knows who. Starting from our customers, to our suppliers, to our competitors, to academia, and to the government, we must look for leverage opportunities everywhere. All of these stakeholders want GCCs to succeed. Number three, purposeful organizations. The pandemic has brought the need for organizations to be purposeful right to the center of the plate. Purposeful organizations will attract and retain the younger generation better, will make the planet a better place, and will make our society and our communities more cohesive. And finally, number four, a favorite topic of discussion these days, future business models and operating models. I am personally so looking forward to these sessions. The conclave has a new structure with different formats so that there is something for everyone. Deep dive sessions, town hall discussions, power notes, leader sessions, and fireside chats. And yes, let me not forget the GCC Industry Excellence Awards. So how am I going to make the most of these 2 days? I have made for myself the 3I framework, which I'm going to keep at the forefront as I attend various sessions. The first I is innovation. What can I learn from this session which can make a difference to how I do things? How can I be faster, smarter, and better? It doesn't have to be a big idea. Even one small idea can make a big difference. The second I is impact. How do I make a bigger impact for my customers? How do I make their lives simpler? How do I address their needs before they call it out as a need? And the third I of my 3I framework is inclusion. How do I ensure that whatever I do keeps in mind the needs of all our stakeholders, especially our employees, our communities, and our society at large? I hope you all also take away implementable learnings. With that, Justin, back to you. I cannot wait to join the first fireside chat being hosted by Devjani. Thank you for your time and have a great 2 days with us.